Here we have a new 2024 Nissan Altima. Now this one comes in the basic trim level, the S. This color is super black, and then we have charcoal cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that's mated to their Xtronic continuously variable transmission. Gives us 188 horsepower, 180 pound-feet of torque. But coming around to the front end here, we got this refresh in 2023, still looks great. I do like that we have the LED headlamps and daytime running lights even on this S, so very impressed by that. It makes it look that much better. I like the newer grille as well. Now to the wheels here, we do get these 16-inch steel wheels with the wheel covers, and a nice look again for it to be the basic trim. Now we have one-touch automatic up and down for the driver's side window, and then we have regular power windows for the other three, power door lock controls, rear window lock, power mirror controls there, trunk release, hood release, gas cap, and then we have a push, or a foot pedal brake, excuse me, to push on or push off for the parking brake. Release is here for your tilt, telescoping steering wheel. And then here we have our manual driver's seat. I believe that's 6-way. But I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So let's go ahead and check out the room sitting behind myself. And pretty impressive space. For this to be a 4-door car, I'm very impressed that my knees are just barely touching the back of the seat. And the headroom, I still have an inch or so. Again, being a taller person, so that's pretty impressive there. View of the front from back here. And I'm actually surprised that we have the middle seat that folds down. Bottle holders are right there. Very impressive. Let's go ahead and make our way towards the back. So there's the gas cap there for those that are curious. It is lockable, obviously, because we pop it from the inside of the vehicle, so that's nice. And then I was afraid of this. I don't believe that we have a trunk release from the back. So we will have to go over here, hit this button, and then go ahead and take a look at the trunk space. As you can see, that's where it goes, and it's, I don't want to say it's deleted, but it wasn't added on this particular model here. But if you want to fold the seat flat, I do like that we still have that capability, so you can pull the release on either side here, and then you have 2 hooks if you want to hang bags up. Then underneath here, we do have the spare tire, and the jack and everything sits right on top of that to maximize space. Now look at the back end there. Wish we had LED tail lamps, but you can swap those out. I use Auto 1. And then you don't have to necessarily have a whole new housing, and it also just makes the lights brighter. And then that's how the seat folds when you hit that release. Your top tethers are up there. And then your anchors back in here. So interesting setup, but I guess everything that comes on this one in particular all depends on the price. So I'm gonna check out the window sticker here momentarily. But there is our front passenger seat. It's 4-way manual, glove compartment, owner's manuals are in there. And then a big shout out to Nissan of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this Altima today. I'll leave a link below in the description. So $27,515 sticker price, not bad in my opinion, not bad at all. As we come back around to the front, quick look in the engine bay. There's that 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. And next we're gonna go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So vinyl wrap steering wheel, hard plastic, whatever you want to call it. Like the flat bottom though. There's the horn, not the best, but whatever. Now to the radio here, we do get AM, FM, and then we have Bluetooth audio, aux input, as well as our Bluetooth and USB connections we can toggle there. And if you want to change your language, you can do that there. Sound, you can control all of that. Pretty simple screen in this lower trim. Volume there, you click there to turn the audio off. Hazards, backup cameras there. And then down here we get the single zone manual climate controls. And when you go through here, this kind of shows you just how much money is being saved. Aux input, USB-A, 12 volt, as opposed to the higher trim levels. Now for the shifter, grab the lever behind, reverse, neutral, drive, and then your limiter's right there. And then you do have your sport mode, which you can toggle there. Bottle holders, center console cubby space, a view of the back seat, sunglasses holder. And then we do have the vanity mirror, no light, but at least you get that. Now, back to the steering wheel. Blinkers are there, low beams are on, high beams there, flash there, autos there, off. And then over here we have our intermittent wipers, one time off, intermittent low, high. We can adjust that intermittent here, and then we can pull up for the front wiper fluid. Now to the right side of the steering wheel, cruise control can be turned on or off there, set the speed, cancel, Bluetooth, voice recognition. Volume controls, track list, and radio station presets can be toggled there. And then these 4 arrows, this OK button and this back button, are for the center stack, or the digital gauge cluster, that's in front of me here. So tons that you can do there. And then meter settings, vehicle settings, all of that can be adjusted there. And then your units can be changed for mileage, tire pressure, or temperature. Push button start. Here's the key fob, and we do get remote start. But next is go ahead and take this 2024 Nissan Altima S out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Altima S, so far the 2.5 liter actually gets up to speed relatively well in my opinion. Now obviously it's not super quick, but especially paired with the CVT, coming out of corners, you don't have to worry about shift points. You don't have to worry about necessarily revving it super high to get up. And it still keeps up with traffic pretty well. And overall, the sound that I get from the engine, the transmission, I actually like. Of course, it's more of a hum going through the CVT as opposed to getting a different sound that you might get with a traditional automatic or manual, but it still sounds pretty good. And then one of the reasons people like Altima so much is they're easy to drive. It doesn't feel super expensive. The brakes aren't all that. The acceleration isn't crazy, but it is just the perfect commuter car or the getting around town car. Now, compared to the Camry and the Malibu, I feel like this is the least fun to drive just because you don't have a turbocharger like you do in the Malibu, and then you don't have a shiftable 8-speed like you get in the Camrys. And we'll see what comes of the 2025. I haven't done a lot of research on it, so I don't know if the 25 Camry will have a CVT put in it, because Toyota has put CVTs in vehicles before. We'll see. But this still, for people who don't want that full-on driving experience, which is probably a big chunk of people in this market, I shouldn't even say they don't want it, they just don't care about it. There's a reason that they like these. They're easy to drive. You just get in them and go, sip gas. But we do get standard blind spot monitors here, which is a big plus. I'm gonna put it into sport mode and see how it does getting on the interstate. Leaving myself a little space. Perfect. All right, here we go. gonna give it one more pull going up this slight incline. Again, the CVT just fantastic because you don't have to worry about shift points. It's just the revs that you get from the transmission, and it's just almost instantaneous, just finding that spot and using the power to the best of your ability. And ride quality is actually very good here. And road noise, of course, this having the beefier tires and just your 16-inch steel wheels, is also pretty nice as well. Now, in terms of what you get for the money, you do get a lot of standard features here: blind spot monitors, your audio system here, push button start, remote start. But compared to the Camry, even the Malibu, that might be a bit steep depending on which model you're looking at. And especially the Accord, because the Accord basically comes with all the safety features standard for the most part. But all in all, I think this is a good commuter car for someone in this market. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Nissan Altima in the S trim level.